Hello everyone, welcome back. How are you all doing today? So one of the big questions that a lot of fans have for J.J. Abrams is of course exactly how is episode 9 going to tie into both the prequels and of course the original trilogy in this story in order to end the Skywalker saga on a satisfying note for the fans around the world. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one thing I will say that a lot of people are really curious about has all to do with exactly how J.J. Abrams is going to handle the characters of Kylo Ren, Supreme Leader Snoke, and even Emperor Palpatine. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art, and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which has all to do with Supreme Leader Snoke, Palpatine, and Kylo Ren. Now, what's really intriguing about all of this is that a description of Kylo Ren inside of an abandoned First Order base that was meant to be the headquarters during Snoke's rule. It's described that Kylo comes across a throne room where the construction is not complete, however holds valuable information left behind by Snoke. The next goes over Kylo holding a device that was once owned by Snoke that holds a secret of Emperor Palpatine and his big discovery. It's described that Kylo activates the device that reveals a whole map of the galaxy, where many yellow dots are presented on the map. It's described that these dots are routes to the beyond that Palpatine had discovered. Additionally, it's said that there are also markings on the map that lead to a planet in the Outer Rim that leads to the Dark Spire, where it's said it holds something valuable. This device that Snoke left behind is said to be the only copy made by Palpatine, and that it was recovered from one of Palpatine's vaults years after the Battle of Endor. So I want to go over a couple of parts about this. Now, first things first, the abandoned First Order base is an obvious nod to the original plans by the First Order for their headquarters to be on a planet rather than being mobile. So the initial plan was to have a First Order headquarters on a planet, but then Snoke wanted to do something very unique by using the Supremacy ship as a way of having the headquarters in space. So this is an abandoned First Order headquarters, and I believe that's exactly what they're going to be using in this movie in order to give Kylo Ren the First Order headquarters recreated in Episode 9. Now, the other thing that I do find very intriguing is how the next goes over Kylo holding a device that was once owned by Snoke that holds a secret of Emperor Palpatine. Now, this secret is, of course, a map that consists of the map of the galaxy with a lot of yellow dots on it that are considered to be routes to the beyond. Now, the beyond in Episode 9, we really know little to nothing about this thing or whatever it is or wherever it is. It could be the unknown regions, it could be a different realm or a different dimension, we're not quite sure, maybe it's a way to get out of the galaxy, but the beyond itself is going to play a major role in Episode 9. It's going to be a big part of this story that's really going to surprise a lot of fans, and that's one aspect and angle of Star Wars that I'm really looking forward to seeing. Now, the other thing, of course, is that this was recovered from one of Palpatine's vaults years after the Battle of Endor by Snoke. So you can already see how they're trying to really connect, the originals, the prequels, into Episode 9 in order to really bring things full circle. Now, the other thing that I do find intriguing is that it also leads to a planet in the Outer Rim that leads to the Dark Spire. Now, we heard about this just yesterday, the Dark Spire. We're not quite sure exactly what it is. It's said to be a castle-like structure that actually holds something very much of value for Kylo Ren and the Knights of Ren. This is where the Forbidden Sith statues are seen, and this is also where Kylo and his knights travel to, and is considered to be an inversion of Rey's travels to the Lost City in this movie. So that's what's really intriguing to me about all of this, is that it seems as though that J.J. Abrams really wants to connect all of the characters like Snoke, Luke, Kylo, Rey, to some of the original trilogy characters like Palpatine, Anakin, and Obi-Wan, in order to really do something very unique and really bring things, all together in this movie. So the last one that I do want to go over is, of course, how Snoke has owned this device for quite a long time. Now, to my knowledge, I think that there's a great reason as to why Snoke basically was the one responsible for discovering the unknown regions. Now, we do know that Snoke was seeking the truth of the Force in the unknown regions. Now, the Beyond is something different. You guys may have heard that the Knights of Ren actually do travel to the Beyond in between the events of The Last Jedi and Episode 9, as well as during the events of The Force Awakens. And that's a way of JJ explaining as to why the Knights were not present in the sequel trilogy so far, is that they were over in the Beyond. In Episode 9, they return from the Beyond. So, with that being said, it's very likely that Snoke sent the Knights on that mission because Snoke had that map from Emperor Palpatine. You can really see how things are starting to connect here in Episode 9. So let me know what you guys think about the Dark Spire, the Beyond, this map that was actually developed by Emperor Palpatine, that was recovered by Supreme Leader Snoke from one of Palpatine's vaults. Anyways guys, drop a comment below, let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Gun in hand, we are alone again. No hiding. From night to moon, we hear them moans again. No.